what I've got to show you today is a little bit of work I've been doing on the SEPA website of how people will find the way from the home page through to the off you go to register your septic tank. And I've been doing that using a tool called Chalkmark, which is web-based tool where you can put an image of a web page into the website, set users a task, and say, click where you think you'd need to go to complete this task. The advantage of that over getting users into a lab is it's very quick and easy and cheap to get large numbers of users in front of a web page, and you can rapidly iterate your way through designs, compared with the gold standard of getting users into the lab and doing an in-depth study with them. And what I've done on 3 key pages of the SEPA website is to come up with mock-ups of 3 competing designs for it. So one's the existing, one's a slight modification of the existing, and one's a bit of a reimagining of what it might look like. Let's see how those pages, what have I done, look like they're going to perform. This is the SEPA homepage. You've got your existing site here. I've made a few tweaks to version B. I think I've changed the wording from licensing to authorizations and permits. I put a licensing link at the top of the page. On this version, I've removed septic tanks here, and I've put a call to action in the right-hand side of related links, just to see how that would perform. We're going to be testing for accuracy and speed. Does anyone want to speculate which of these is going to perform strongest?
C.
It's closer than all that. The redesigned C is a little bit quicker and much of a muchness for success rate. Mitigating factor, because I removed the main septic tank link from the body of the page, trying to see if people would notice the right hand side link. If you had both, I suspect C would have been the clear winner. The reason I love Chalkmark, like before these optimal workshop tools, is it's very visual. So you can see for the 2 different designs where people have been clicking. Application forms always gets a lot of attention. We need to look at what's on the application forms link and make sure that if people go down that rabbit hole, they're not getting lost. It's not a cul-de-sac. These links don't get a lot of love in any design. Having the link in the body of the page performs very strongly. Having it in the right-hand side as a big call to action actually performs very strongly as well. If you've got something that's an important process for the homepage, that is clearly a place where people are looking for their signposting. This is the authorizations and permits page. This is the existing design. This is the existing design with some related items, including a link to register your sewage discharge in this case. I've played with the wording a little bit because I'm interested in whether the wording makes a little bit of difference. This is something completely different where you hit authorizations and permits, you've just got calls to action to see what authorizations and permits you've got. Which do you think performs most strongly?
C.
It's quite clear in this case. You've got triple the success rate, not quite half the time taken. Okay, success rate of the original design is 29%. Success rate of the new design is 77%. Time taken is 19.5% originally, drops to 12 seconds on the new design. What's really striking is the Chalkmark clicks. That I would describe as the drunken Russian gangster with an Uzi approach. that is an assassin working out some rage on their firing range. Nice tight cluster in the right place. That's what you want to see. UX design's all about stealing the right things, basically. I use Netflix far too much. You can see where that inspiration's come from. Finally, we've got the small-scale sewage discharge ED septic tanks or package treatment plants closed brackets page. I suggest we might think about renaming that at some point. Existing design, related items. Existing design with an actually useful link in the related items. Something with a nice big fat call to action that says, if you're actually trying to register the thing, go here. Anyone like to speculate which design performs best?
C.
Any A's? No. Option A, 56%, 13 seconds taken. Option B, 67%, 11 seconds taken. Putting the link in related items performs strongly. That related items section is useful. It should be used probably more than it currently is. Option C, 88%, 6 seconds taken, which is half the other two. This is probably statements of the bleeding obvious, but if you put a big fat call to action somewhere obvious for what people are trying to do, they will find it, they'll do it, job done. Let's have a look at the clicks. Side note, these links on both the first two tests are getting a lot of attention. They are confusing people. It might just be the case that a tidy up of some of those many links would be useful. That's hunting behaviour. That's I think the information's there somewhere, but I'm not quite sure which one. That anywhere in that box is good. That's a link. That was a nice fat arrow that says go there. That's the content you want. You've got a really good cluster. Putting your calls to action on the page where people can see them. If you get the content right, so that the title of the call to action is what users are trying to do in their own language, people will find it. People will be able to get to what they want, get through it, and get into the application process nice and quickly and easily. And 49 seconds over, so thank you very much.